because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the AFC just continues to pour it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another... sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The AFC about ready to take over on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10. As they've got things. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause. Forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And Chubb will try the middle here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Here's a give to Barkley. Myles Garrett of the Browns there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And this returnable for Hill. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The AFC set to take over on offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 44 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Josh Jacobs His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC able to stretch that big lead even further. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Running left, it's Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the NFC. Here's Hill on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Going deep for Diggs.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was. That's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
To throw again on second down. Hurts, complete to the tight end. Over the middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Barkley will score. It's an NFC touchdown.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 73 yards. And the AFC just continues to pour it on.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
NFC about ready to set up shop offensively.
And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
They're going to look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down. Hurts throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and an AFC touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here now the NFC to take over on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man. He's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz. The AFC punt team out there now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, a 20-yard touchdown. And the NFC able to claw one back.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The offense for the AFC set to go now.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles.